Good morning and welcome to SEUfire.com. I'm Donnie Smith. We're joined by Southeastern University first team All-Sun Conference basketball player Raegan Linster. Helped the Fire women's team go 27-3 this season. Raegan, first of all, what was your favorite moment from last season?
There were definitely a lot of really fun moments during the season, but I'd have to say a highlight for me was our Christmas tournament. At the end of the week, we finally got to play Concordia after playing a couple other really good teams, and we had been preparing so long, and finally we got what we wanted, and we beat them after a lot of battles in the past 2 years. So that was a very exciting moment for us, and we just worked so hard for that moment.
Now that you're back home in North Dakota, how have you spent your time away from campus in the last couple of months?
Just trying to keep busy and just keep up with schoolwork and find creative ways to work out while I'm still at home, not really able to do much, and kind of just keep a routine so I don't fall into sitting back and not getting anything done.
Speaking of routines, is there a specific pregame meal or pregame routine that you go through all the time before you go get ready to play?
I'm not really like a superstitious person very much, but pregame meals, I like to try and keep it light, something like a salad or a soup or something that will like energize me but not hold me back. And I just like to listen to music and just kind of keep to myself before the game. I actually don't think about basketball at all the entire day before the game, and that's like what helps me prepare, because then when I come, I'm just ready to go.
You've had a chance to play for Tim Hayes for 2 seasons now. What's it like being a part of his program and playing for him?
It's really awesome. It's so much different than a lot of other college programs you'd probably see. We just are allowed to really be ourselves around him. He's such a goofy person himself. So like that allows us to have a lot of fun while we're doing things and keep it more lighthearted a lot of times. But we still find a way to lock in and work really hard so that we can compete with top teams and be right up there with the best teams in the nation. So I think that's really cool.
For someone who's never seen Raegan Linster play, first of all, shame on you. And second of all, who would you say that your game is most like? Or is there a player comparison that when I watch this person play, it's like watching Raegan Linster play?
I've actually been told by someone that they were reminded of Ron Harper when they watched me play. He's kind of an older player that played with Michael Jordan during some of their championship runs and with young Kobe Bryant and Shaq. He's kind of a slasher, but also really good at shooting from the outside, and he has a nice pull-up. But he's really like focused on defense and passing the ball as well. So he's kind of more of a well-rounded player, which I would agree that's kind of what I try to be most of the time.
When you were told that, did you go try and find some old 90s Bulls tapes or some Ron Harper highlights just to kind of see some things that he did?
Oh, yeah. I watched a lot because I kind of knew the name, but I wasn't like as familiar with him as other players. So when someone would compare me, I obviously want to know more. And I think it's pretty accurate.
What was your favorite class from the last semester?
I would say it was my integrating faith with language class. That is like a specific class for humanities majors. So there was only 6 of us in the class. So when we were still meeting on campus, it was a lot of just like small talk, and it was just a safe space where we could discuss whatever we wanted to with just a very few people in the classroom. So I really liked that because it was a lot different than a lot of classes you'll see.
Outside of basketball, what's your other favorite sport?
That's a tough one. I played a lot of different sports growing up. My senior year, I went out for softball again. So that one has always been close to my heart, and I do enjoy volleyball a lot too.
Excellent. What advice do you have for high school students preparing and aspiring to play in college?
I would say in your build-up to go to college, do everything you can to be prepared when you come. And when you do get to college, just have an open mind and be ready to just learn everything you possibly can from people who have already been there, because they know what it's like to go through that, and you can trust them, and you'll learn so much about yourself and about life.
All right, what excites you about coming back for the 2020-2021 season?
Well, I'm always just ready to get back on the court and play, but these past 2 years we've come so close to being able to have a national that ring, and this year we weren't able to go further to see how it all play out, but I truly believe that we could have won a ring, and so I'm just ready to have the opportunity to get back to that stage.
All right, last question for you. What's your favorite part about being at Southeastern?
It's my dream school, so I wouldn't say there's like one specific thing, but just overall, like the location and the professors, the school, the basketball program, what I'm able to major in, I think it all just worked out so well for me. So,
excellent. Raegan, thanks so much for your time. Stay warm back home.
yeah, I'll try.